All right, Manny. So we're covering up. Jey Uso's blurry. The WWE title is covered up by our logo, and we got a very old priest looking on. Looked like he walked into the bedroom of his son. It was like, "What are you doing in here?"
Well, I didn't want to do anything else. I couldn't be bothered to do draft picks because it's just like Eric attempted that, and I just didn't like the way he did it. It looked like one of those school projects that people just stick things on a board for like Black History Month and go, "Yeah, this is Harriet Tubman, and she did this."
Underground Railroad. Gotta hear about this once a year. Now we're done. What the hell?
Martin Luther King had a dream, and that was it.
That's
why I was just like, I didn't want to do something like that.
Welcome everybody to the last day of April, and we jump into May.
And, it's gonna be May.
Timberlake is not on the show, but you know what? If he wants to start singing some classic Justin Timberlake, we will sing it all, whether it's NSYNC or Justin Timberlake by himself. We'll do it all. Sure, we do just as good a job.
If you don't know or can't read, apparently I'm Lord Manny Hayes, one half of the Kings of the Ropes. And over there, if I throw a rope over there,
really got it. But it's so me. Marcus, the grand finale. It was a snake. It wasn't a rope. It was a snake.
Yeah. So this is the Tuesday episode of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show where we review Monday Night Raw. There isn't much news to talk about. There is one where WWE aren't concerned that Clash at the Castle in Scotland hasn't sold out. The reason it hasn't sold out, WWE, is because you're charging too much.
Yeah. Manny, you've done a look because you've did some research. You know, it's a hop, skip, and a jump, and another jump, and a jump after that from your location. And you looked at the prices and you said ridiculous.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's WrestleMania prices because I would say WrestleMania prices are ridiculous. But I would say this is as far as like a SummerSlam price for a not meaningful pay-per-view.
Yeah. Nothing's advertised. They're overcharging, and it's 2 months away. Fuck that. I have other business to do. If I was going, maybe France. You know, like they're doing whole European pay-per-view.
You're gonna go to France this weekend?
No, you know what I mean. Of course, I'm not allowed in France. Obviously. And I would never go without a guide because I don't need them talking shit behind my back.
And this first point of call is you'd have to make a pit stop in London where a baguette fight would ensue.
Oh, yeah. That on the baguettes.
Paint my baguette red.
And then I have to get me a beret and practice my French. Nah, it's too much happening. It'll be too much backlash for me actually pretending to be a French person in France. But I'm just saying there's a lot going on. They just did their tour in the UK, and they're still kind of doing it, as in they're going to Austria and all this other stuff. But I just feel like, Clash wouldn't sell if they're charging as much as they're charging.
Yeah, and you'd think it would, but like Scotland is really out of the way for some people, and when you're charging the prices you've also got to think about travel. You got to think about accommodation and that stuff. It becomes it becomes an expensive trip, which not many people probably will want to do, and then But then I thought they were looking at like the London shows in particular was their highest attended live event since COVID. But that doesn't translate because it's London, which is the capital city, and it's easy to get to London. It's not necessarily easy to get to Scotland.
Yeah. It would have been a journey. And then the fact that here's another thing that's not advertised on the show. No Roman this time. Like there's no what are you getting? Who are you getting? And I'm not saying there's a bunch of second tier people in Raw, but there are. Everybody's second tier right now. Roman's the main character.
Well,
Cody
the other
and
thing is
Roman would be your main characters, and I'll get Cody. I've seen him.
You ain't gonna get Seth because he's still injured. There's a lot of injuries going on, and there's a lot of female talent that are currently on maternity leave. So it's like, okay, what are you gonna do here?
Yeah.
So like, it raises the question. Like when me and Ross went to Clash, it was like that was the first UK event in a long time. So it's like you have to go to that one. Yeah. And then Money in the Bank was like, that's in my backyard. I have to go to that one, even if it costs me a fortune.
Now, man, can this also play a part of it? Wembley Stadium is coming up, and it's 2 months after that. Could people be saving their money up for Wembley to see Will Ospreay win the title?
Well, I don't think you have to save your money for that because ticket sales isn't moving as fast as it did last year. I think they just hit 45, maybe 50.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard the updates.
I saw it somewhere, and then given that they started selling tickets in December, we're 4 months in, and they've moved they're close to 50. I feel like that it's going to be a real stretch to sell another 30,000 tickets to get to where they were last year. Yeah. Whatever the number may be.
And it's never, and remember, like, like someone reported or whatever, it's never as good as the first time. The first time you have to go there, and it was a happening, and everybody signed up, and it was like, oh, okay. So whatever you think the gate is, I'm going to just say it's the 81,000. You got the 81. A lot of people say, okay, now that I've seen AEW, I don't have to it's not must see the next time.
Yeah.
I can always wait. No matter how good the show is, I'm not talking about the quality of the show or where the brand is today. I've seen it, it's done. Then you take into account the quality of the show. Of like, it hasn't been good, and there's been some very controversial moments on this show.
Yeah, the company hasn't had its best period. I hope they take a trend upwards, but like with the injuries they have and stuff like that, like not having Kenny there is a big minus for me. It's just like that's one of your selling points. It's like one of the best wrestlers in the world. You have Will Ospreay, but like, what are you gonna do with him? Is he gonna go after Swerve, or are we gonna get him and Danielson again? And it's like there needs to be more storytelling going into it. The reason last year was a spectacle, but it was more thrown together and it was more tag matches. This time round, if you're gonna have your highest selling card, but then have the payoff the following week on All Out, I mean, for me that was like, there's no point.
You do feel scammed. Like, what the hell? So Takeshita and Omega's fighting in the next one. It's like, what the hell?
Even as a fan, the fact that if you were a big AEW fan that pays for pay-per-view, are you really gonna do? Was there even an offer last year? Are you really gonna pay? Some places $120 because it's $60 each for that? I wouldn't.
No, I'm not. And it's one of the reasons their Dynasty didn't do well. And I don't think it had anything to do with the quality or even the card. I just think that we just had a pay-per-view last month for $50. And then you want me give me another $50. Wrestling is becoming too expensive. I need to make budget cuts because everything in their mama has raised their prices. It costs $20 to eat anything in America right now. I just want to eat a fucking chicken sandwich, and it costs me probably like $6 from McDonald's. And everything's expensive. Everything is raised up. I can't afford a pay-per-view every month. I'm just saying. It's expensive. Unless you donate to the show.
If you donate to the show, we'll start reviewing AEW pay-per-views.
We'll do an AEW watch-along all the time. If everybody was to put $1 in, or $2 or $3 of our 2 billion whatever subscribers we have, whatever number it's at, please, and we will do pay-per-views. But as it stands right now, you cannot afford $50 a month for AEW. This isn't $29.99 for in your house. That we used to get or whatever.
Well, I give money to Pro Wrestling Eve each month through subscription and then a ticket to go there to watch it live. which in theory I'm paying to watch it at home at the same time with being on their tier system, so you can watch it live. I'm paying that. On top of that, I'm not paying any more extra money for pay-per-views and stuff than I already am for the network. Like, it just seems way too much.
Yeah, the way things are currently, and even WWE is raising the price of Peacock, or not WWE. Peacock is raising their price.
Peacock is raising the prices.
Which, honestly, if it wasn't for WWE, my whole philosophy behind Peacock would be adios.
Yeah, but that's what everyone's mindset will be come December. Not December, sorry. Come 2020, the beginning of 2025. Is Peacock watch Peacock subscription just take a dip?
Yeah,
because that's a lot. Well, there has to be what for the amount of time they say this many people watched on Peacock. There has to be a decent amount of subscribers on Peacock that are strictly watching it for WWE content.
Yeah, and they're gonna watch it for WWE content, and you gotta take into account that this year the Olympics happen. People are going to subscribe for the Olympics to get whatever events they want to see. It's going to be a good search for them. But then after the Olympics, and when WWE leave, fuck off, Peacock. I don't honestly need this. There's nothing on there now. It's must see for me. Only use it for WWE.
The Discovery Plus thing, I won't watch anymore. Like the only reason I'll probably watch Discovery Plus is what they show WWE on at the moment in the UK. Yeah. I probably won't use that anymore. I probably only watch that to watch Man United if they're showing the game. Outside of that, I have no reason to watch that. So because it will come through in Netflix, it's just like just seems like the better package.
Yeah. And it's already to be streaming service anyway. It's trying to cut the cords of the people who are cutting the cords anyway. Where I feel like YouTube is probably the best quality of streaming services that's not legit because you get whatever you want and it's in 10 minutes or less for most shows.
Yeah, except for ours, YouTube Premium is probably one of the best purchases I have.
Yeah. I'm still not that way. I still get my ads.
Ad-free content. Log into the Sharpshooters account and watch. That's got premium on it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I have it on my own account, but like for some stupid reason, it keeps me logged in as the Sharpshooters on desktop when I'm watching. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna watch this stupid video review.
It's gonna be the most unique algorithm for YouTube ever. If me, you, and Eric were all sharing the same.
It's picking up my stuff as well as like sometimes just like the Eric Bischoff podcast now appears on the Sharpshooters algorithm as well as Dutch Mantel.
I tried watching Dutch. I couldn't do it.
It's bad, isn't it? But it's just like sometimes you sprinkle some goodness out there, and it's like, did I really need to know this Dutch?
Yeah, and I want to factor this with. I think because there's a bunch of wrestling podcasts out there. I think one day we need to go through it all and figure out who is actually number one. Whose content will I'll be like, I'll waste my time with, because there's times when they do all make points when you be like, that's a good point. And this is from the Cornez Bischoffs, I don't know, Bubba Ray, Disco, or whoever. They all have at one point.
He's just on Busted Open, isn't he?
Yeah. But they all at some point make a good point or a point that you want to hear about. Even Meltzer, you'd be like, oh, let me see what's going on in the wrestlers ever. You click on it maybe once every now and then. But most of the time it's just garbage. Like
sometimes I do like to listen to them though, because I feel like me and you will get narrow mindset about what we like, because we like specific things in wrestling. So we're inside a bubble. So it's good to get other viewpoints, and then kind of go. Then you can go, I see where they're coming from, but this is my point of view of like why I think this is wrong or why it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's never their opinion that bugs me. It's more how extra it is. It's like I feel like you're throwing way too like. Okay, let's say last week with AEW Tony Khan's segment. A lot of people in on these podcasts stuff, because I watched a lot of videos to see people's reaction. They were criticizing the bump. I didn't honestly care about the way
I didn't care about the bump. I just thought it was dumb. I thought it was dumb that he became a character. Like he didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
And now they're selling. Now he's selling the fact that he's injured and that he's gonna run AEW remotely from Jacksonville now.
I believe it when I see. I doubt it. How do you not fire people or come back the next week after that? But like, you attack the biggest authority figure, and all of a sudden, I'm gonna not be there.
I think we should jump into Raw. Let's just cover the draft real quick.
Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. So sick of that sound already.
Is there anyone that was drafted that you thought was out of place? Or was a surprise?
Absolutely. Number one, I'm gonna put out Odyssey Jones being drafted for the second time is out of place because
I never used.
He
was never used.
What are we doing with this? What are we doing with this? But even though, we were shocked that she was drafted, Kiana James, I don't know what they're gonna do with her on the main roster. I feel like she's gonna flail.
Well, I think it was to add depth to a women's division that seemed like it was lacking. With the Kiana James pick. But like for me, the one that stood out a little bit to me was the LWO being drafted with Carlito. I thought that was just like
I thought that was funny.
I thought that was funny because Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser got drafted first, but they were like what's his name?
Vinci can't sit with us. He can't sit with us.
Like God, Vinci's out of here. But then it was like the LWO gets drafted with Carlito. I was like, that's weird.
No, well, all factions were together. All factions got drafted together, including the bloodline and stuff. But they left off Jimmy in the bloodline, and it was certain things you can leave people off your list of who's a part of your group. And the fact that Rey Mysterio is a dumb idiot who forgot to take Carlito's name off. It was fun. Like, I thought overall the draft was okay. It's nothing groundbreaking. I felt more like let's just do TV content than more of this is going to be something that gives us new fresh storylines or put people in their places. But we'll see. It's just too many factions. That was my main thing.
Out of the NXT women that were drafted on night 1 and night 2, so you have Blair Davenport, Lyra Valkyria, and why am I blanking on her name? Kiana James. Who do you think is going to have the most success out of the three of them in this first year?
I'm going to say Blah. Because she has gothic charisma. Blah. Because she has gothic charisma. I just want to say it like a vampire. Blah. Blah Davenport. Oh. That was the first thing that went behind when they said gothic charisma. So I was like, oh, like a vampire? Blah. I'll call her Blah Davenport.
To be honest, for me, I'm concerned that she's gone to SmackDown because, like, realistically, the SmackDown show is Black Girl Magic, and Tiffany Stratton. At this moment in time, that's what SmackDown is.
No, but I think that her going there is fine because the black girls, quote unquote, are busy
Black Girl Magic.
Being attacked.
Can you not just say a Black Girl? That's a Black Girl Magic.
No. I can say whatever I want, man. He being a man of high melanin account. High melanin account. The two black girls are going for the tag team titles. That's what they're doing. So they're going to be busy.
Yeah, but like think about it.
With Bayley is going to need an opponent. Yeah, I don't think Stratton's going to get the belt right away.
Neither do I, but I think it'd be a nice kind of swerve to put in place for Backlash.
Ooh.
If there was any title to change hands at Backlash, why not do that one? Like Bayley doesn't need a long title run. She's already had one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I thought Priest was still more in jeopardy. I think Bayley is there to build everybody up, and I think one way she can do it is by being champion and fighting some of these younger new people, whether it's Tegan Knox, Stratton, Naomi, Blair, whoever else is on that show. And I think Bayley is a good person to be like, okay, this is someone who can give me good matches with these people.
Yeah, I think that's the only surprising moves for me. I think Odyssey Jones being drafted and not being used last year to be redrafted again this year seems really dumb. I see him potentially being on the chopping block. I just don't see anything from him. Like they're not giving him anything.
I don't remember him.
They're not giving him anything either.
Yeah. Do you remember him?
No.
Like I remember him just being a Mark Henry clone. I remember like one match, and now I fast forward, he went missing, like the Avatar. And when the world needed him, we got Obafemi.
So, yeah, I just feel like he's been surpassed. I feel like when you look at that, if you're looking at it now, like from a business standpoint of what you're getting from certain superstars on the roster, and you look at Odyssey Jones, and then you look what you have in NXT, I go, you know what? I'm not replacing a black guy for a black guy. I'm just thinking this what we expected from Odyssey Jones, we're getting from Obafemi. I don't think we need Odyssey Jones. Let's cut ties with him and bring up Obafemi.
Yeah, and even what we're getting for Odyssey Jones, and to not do a black guy, Big Bronson Reed already does.
Yeah,
he's already your big guy. Like, and then you're already bringing up Dijak. That's another big guy who does what he does. And then if you need a brawler, you got Sheamus still out there.
You got Otis and Ivar as your big guys too. I mean, you're not getting anything extra from Odyssey Jones.
Odessa, but I don't know what I'm getting from him at this point because he hasn't been on TV in forever. I remember him being a positive personality, but I don't know. I don't know what this. Get him out. Like I don't need it.
Yeah, you don't. I don't think you really need it. Have you got anything else you want to talk about the draft, or should we just move into the show?
I thought Drew McIntyre should have slipped all the way, or Chelsea Green. I think they should have been undrafted. One of them, because they're the two biggest complainers on the show. I do appreciate.
I love the tweet he put out. So Scrap Daddy, Adam Pearce, put out a tweet with Chelsea Green and Piper Niven behind him. And he was like, smile because it happened. Not because it's over. Or something dumb along those lines. I was like, this is incredible.
It was nice. It was nice. Oh.
And he was so happy on Raw that they were gone.
Yeah, he's like, the fact that he went on Raw, he was like, sometimes it's the pick you didn't make. And thank God, Piper Niven and Chelsea are no longer here. And they are now Nick Aldis's problem. Nick, I hope you enjoy that, which was funny. I thought that was a good catch. And I look forward to seeing what Chelsea and Piper does on the other show, even though I feel like they fit the same category as Pretty Deadly as the same tag team. They're the same tag team.
Yeah, both and it's funny that they're both on the same show now. So maybe some collaboration, that would be good.
That'd be good. But there aren't really any other picks. I thought there should have been more NXT picks. The NXT part of this draft is disappointing. I don't know what happens because they advertised NXT like it was a part of the draft. Ava was
she talked like it was part of the draft.
Yeah.
Like they were gonna
she was like, oh, you guys got good talent. We're gonna pick two, but they honestly didn't get the pick at all. Maybe in free agency. I don't know who's the free agent other than like Omos. I think he's still a free agent. But
so is MVP, if you put it that way.
Yeah. So I don't know who she's gonna like. I'm sure someone's gonna show up on spring break-in to be like, oh, these are the people I got.
Well, I think Julia's supposed to be rolling about around in the next 2 months, I'm guessing. Whatever that marigold thing is going on.
Just wants in there. Hey, it's Julia. Yeah, whatever's going on with Marigold Gold or whatever, which Kenny's accused Rossi of being a pedophile, so I don't know how that works.
Do you know what the casting call? It does sound disgusting.
It does.
was it 13 to 21 or is it 25?
26, 25, 23, somewhere around there.
No boyfriend, not married, no children. And then he puts girls under 18 in swimsuit and skimpy calendars and photo shoots. I'm just like, this is wrong, dude.
This is creepy. This is creepy. So you
the fact that this also happened in Stardom. The fact that this also happened in Stardom, like, this is creepy.
This has been going on too long. They let this man get away with this. His little hat and everything. So I don't know what the plan is with Julia and all this at this point.
Yeah. So Raw opens up with Logan Paul rolling in with Kermit the Frog. They dab up with the Judgment Day.
Kermit the Frog here. You know, starting a show like that is pretty bold. I'm like, oh damn, we start deep. Pat Mahomes.
But Marcus, I don't want to immediately make comparisons to AEW. At least you heard everything they fucking said outside.
No. That's so true. Why do this? I mean, they did it right. It's just the show did have audio issues at one point, but it was fixed right away too. I was like, oh.
Becky Lynch says championships are meant for defending and she's looking for a new number one contender. Out comes Liv. Liv says, if you're looking for a new number one contender, I'm here. Liv reckons Becky owes her one because what she did was what Becky couldn't do at WrestleMania. That was take out Rhea Ripley. And it is Liv Morgan's revenge tour. And the end game is her. And she won't be stopped until she has everything she wants. Becky Lynch says, you're right. But the interesting thing is, I wouldn't be holding that title if it wasn't for what I did. No, she would be holding that title if it wasn't what she did to her. Out comes Nia Jax. We're told that the draft doesn't take effect after Backlash. Huh?
This is stupid. I'm saying out comes Nia Jax, who's not like most girls. I always like
that. She says she dominated him last week and should be champion, but lucky for them, she got drafted to SmackDown. Tonight is her last night on Raw, and if she's leaving, she's taking one of them with her. And then Liv drop kicks her off the apron and accepts a challenge for a match. I didn't like this segment. I thought it was a bit silly because I don't know what Liv Morgan's supposed to be. Because Liv Morgan was playing both heel and face in the same promo.
Yeah, because I think they didn't know how Becky was going to be received. Because there was backlash for Becky winning that title.
Yeah, but I think
they didn't know if Liv was
uneducated. I feel like it's uneducated fans that don't understand, one, business, two, the fact that if you put it on Liv for any reason, that's the end of the revenge tour.
That's the end of her story. She finished her story. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's done.
And then we're just waiting for Ripley to come back at that point. That's where we would have been. So, but I think that's what they came out with. The plan was like, how are the crowd's going to receive Liv? Because she can play it. So I think they kept both Becky and her in that in between of, we can flip this in any way, depending on the reaction. I think the reaction is simple. Liv's going to be the heel.
Yeah.
At this point. And Manny, I'm going to add something. I'm going to give myself a strike. Right off.
You're going to give yourself a strike.
I'm giving myself a strike because
how do you do that? How do you do that?
You're gonna. Well, I'll tell you why. You're gonna be like, that might make sense, and that might not. But we all know me. I've been I'm gonna say a non-supporter of Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
She grew me over. She's
winning me over.
She's winning me over. She's winning me over. Winning. I don't say she ain't won. She ain't won. And I'm going to tell you the segment she did. It has nothing to do with this segment right here. It doesn't even have anything to do with the Nia Jax match. It has everything to do with a Jey Uso interview where he's yeeting and all that stuff. And you see her walking out of Dominic Mysterio's dressing room. I've been clamoring for a fuck your man storyline in WWE for the longest. And here we go. Here we go, Rhea. The revenge story is on.
I feel like the last one you got was Dawn Marie, Tori Wilson, and Al Wilson.
Yes. But that's a father situation. I'm going for a trifling ass, no good ass. I'm just gonna fuck your man because I know I can. I want a Jolene, Manny. A Jolene. She's Jolene.
So we go into our first match tonight, which was Gunther versus Xavier Woods. And do you know why I really like this match?
Why is that?
Gunther makes you not even believe. Gunther makes his moves count.
Yeah.
So like he trapped that leg in the ring rope, and then he immediately started working that leg. The chop on the knee I thought was dumb, but he did that
that's the one
when he
move.
chopped the foot. When he chopped the foot, I started laughing when he did that with Riddle. But I was like, you know what? It makes sense. He was working the ankle, boom. But I can't allow chopping the knee because there's a knee pad on there.
I am voting against. And you know what? Because I'm going to say we're in Bizarre World tonight. Because Liv got I gave myself a strike for Liv. I am now going to give Gunther probably his first and only strike. If ever he chop anybody below the waist, I'm done with him. I think it's stupid. I think he needs to stay above all torso and back, whatever you got to get. But I think once he goes below that and start chopping people, I'm like, Gunther, you're out of control. That spot with that, it was so dumb. Like everything
he didn't hit it hard though. Marcus, if he hit it hard, Wood's leg should break. Do you remember that time he chopped someone moved and he chopped the top bit of the table and the table broke, the top bit broke. I was like, Gunther is devastating when he throws that hand. So technically Woods' leg should be broken in two parts.
Yeah, but you can't break a knee like that. You can't break a knee with a chop. You can't. That's my problem.
Well, have you got the knee pads? Have you got the strength of Gunther? I don't think you do.
I may not, but I know if he chopped my knee, I'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you slapping my knee?"
If he chopped your knee, you wouldn't have a knee. You'd be in a wheelchair.
I'll hop at him. I don't care.
Dude, I thought the match was good. He won with the STF, but instead of choking the man out, he put them in a cravat, which I was like, this is nice.
Yeah, very well done submission. I enjoyed the drama at the end too of Woods going no. This might be a reason why Woods don't enter the King of the Ring. Is they're gonna sell the injury or whatnot?
No, I think Woods he'll go. I think he'll go, but then they'll really sell the fact that Woods is on one leg when he gets there. Like he'll still be injured, but like he'll get there and because only 3 men have declared for the King of the Ring so far.
Yeah. Or it leads to Kofi Kingston entering the King of the Ring, and it ends up with him versus Gunther at the end, which would be intriguing. Like, give Kofi a nice little singles run one more time.
I mean, they need to give some vindication for Kofi.
Yeah,
like he's had nothing really since Brock took away that title where the black champion alarm bell went off.
When Brock snatched Black Hope away again. Oh, black people. Oh, Brock is here. He's here to take it away. Oh.
That guitar riff really scared that keeps black champions up at night.
Swerve woke up 3 times in the middle of the night going, he's not even in this company. What the fuck? Fucking with cold sweats with that stupid song. Brock Lesnar got at ringside. That's fine. But I'm always surprised when Woods gives me a good match, even though I know Woods can do it. I know Woods can have good matches.
I think Daniel in the mid-card mess. Daniel said in the mid-card mess that he's one of the most underrated performers. I think he is. He's not world champion material. But if they put Priest Championship on him, I'd be like, okay, I don't mind.
I have a question. And so this is the question I'm going to ask, Manny, because I saw that post too. Is Woods WWE's version to Dax? Where like, oh shit, they're doing a singles match. They can just do it. They can have a really good match.
No, because like, do you know the New Day? They could all be competent singles wrestlers. But when you look at FTR, I don't give a damn about cash. You know what I mean?
I didn't ask for cash, Leather. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so like, I can't really compare him to Dax because it's like, oh, he's a great tag team, but like Cash singles wrestler, it's just like I don't buy it. Whereas like Woods, like Woods could be a really good US champion or a really good Intercontinental champion. I don't see world title, but like if he did beat Priest, I'd be like, I can see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see him beat Priest, but I can't see him actually beat him for that title.
Yeah,
exactly the same thing. Like they're good mid carders, and I like to say he might be my Dax Harwood wrestler. Him and Ivar are my Daxes.
No, Ivar is more of a Dax than
Ivar is a Dax. Yeah.
I think Ivar is more Dax than Xavier Woods is because I know Woods can do it and all of New Day can do it. I don't trust Eric of the Viking Raiders, and I don't trust Cash.
Moving on from the first match. We spent a lot more time on that match than I thought I would, honestly.
Jey Uso, I don't know why I even wrote this, but he feels no pressure being the number one contender of Raw #1 draft pick. Says he's glad they signed a Paul brother, but he just wish it was the one with the winning record. And then, as you mentioned, out comes Liv Morgan and the mustache and
Dirty
the mustache
Sanchez.
and then Dirty Dominic. I think the mustache wins on its own. The mustache is its own thing.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's such a thing now. And Dom, who's injured now, has found a way to stay relevant with his mustache.
I need to ask you one question, Marcus. I don't have the image. Since you made Dax a Care Bear last week, you actually made the image. Are we getting a Dominic Mysterio with a Care Bear with a mullet and a mustache? Maybe an arm sling now. Maybe an arm sling for his arm.
Yeah, tune in Thursday. Maybe you might. I didn't even think about it.
The Care Bear needs to be purple, Marcus. The Care Bear needs to be purple.
I will make sure I won't make him brown for racism purposes. But it will have its own mustache and mullet with a sling.
So Logan Paul comes out after announcing draft pick, states Damian Priest will beat Jey Uso because Jey Uso made a mistake of leaving the bloodline because Jey Uso is incapable of being a champion on his own, something he has become a master at. Jey Uso comes out, they have a little back and forth, and then Finn Balor and JD McDonough are back up for Logan Paul, and they take Jey down. Logan Paul takes the Super Bowl rings from Kermit the Frog, but accidentally takes out JD McDonough. Jey was like, damn, you got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was about to do it. You know how all the camera work they've been doing lately? I thought we were about to get a point of view shot of JD McDonough looking at Jey and Priest and Balor. And then he going, man, you got knocked the heck
out. And then they take down Jey again. And then Braun Strowman makes the save. Logan gets away, and then Braun Strowman has a stare down with Patrick Mahomes, which I thought was the dumbest thing until Jey Uso pulls him back. So I saw a clip backstage of Braun Strowman earlier in the day sitting in a barber's chair, which to me he had no reason to come out the way he was looking. I just looked like he got out of bed and ran out there.
Yeah, my favorite post is Marie's Braun looks like shit because 100%, I 1000% agree. Going, the fuck is this guy? I was trying to put what was it, and there was so much Braun in his hair, and I was like, that was it. He left bald. And he came back with whatever that patch was, and it's absolutely hideous. I was never clamoring for a Braun Strowman comeback. I'll be honest.
No, I didn't need it.
Wasn't even thinking about him. In fact, I thought about Odyssey Jones more than I thought about Braun Strowman. And when we were talking about big men right now, I still did not think of Braun Strowman. I don't know what his place is on the roster. I was more interested when they was rumored to be a part of the quote-unquote Wyatt Six, which is going to join, Bo and these messages and all that. I was more interested in them in that way. But
okay, we actually haven't spoken about that with all the glitches and stuff coming up.
Yeah, man, are you getting PTSD of the last time they were doing this and you were like, there was no finish and Uncle Howdy jumped?
No, it's not that. I just think like they have to do it. They have to do it right in some way. I don't know how to do it, but there's doing it the right way, and then there's what happened in AEW when Brody Lee died, which was the Dark Order just kind of just hung around, and then it was just like, this is awkward because it's like this is just a throwback to remembering a guy.
Yeah, and Manny, I would like to say the Dark Order is still kind of lingering around. It's still kind of lingering around.
It is, but you don't see them as much. Like when was the last time we saw them on Dynamite?
Yeah, I'm sure they're Ring of Honor wreaking havoc somehow. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I would need to see the finished product before anything. I believe Sami Zayn has Bo Dallas as his most underrated wrestler of all time on his list. he's like the man was amazing. I was like, I guess, but I didn't understand this segment of turning Patrick Mahomes heel in Kansas City. Like if this was in who did they beat in the Super Bowl? San Francisco, maybe, and he was a heel, or Oakland because the Raiders. I mean not Oakland. I'm sorry, Las Vegas. Because the Raiders are in Kansas City. Like, if it was against one of their rivals, I understand it. But in his hometown, this dude's helping people out. Roger Goodell should suspend Patrick Mahomes for gang warfare. This is ridiculous. You use your Super Bowl rings for evil. Tom Brady has 6 of them. He never punched anybody with it. And then the Strowman and thing, like, I would make sense if Strowman was stare down Travis Kelce or something, someone that's big. But when the O-line is stepping up for Patrick Mahomes, he looked more like a chicken shit heel. I was like, who am I looking at? MJF? Like that was literally MJF. The rings, people protecting him, the haircut, and that's what I got from this. And I thought it was weird. I thought Logan Paul was good. But I still thought the segment was still weird.
Yeah. Bronson. Well, Patrick Mahomes is a prime athlete.
Yeah, but if you're a prime athlete, they still could have made him the babyface of prime. Like I was thinking the entire time he was going to help Jey. I thought he was going to use with Jey.
He's aligning himself with Logan Paul, so you kind of have to make that a thing, right?
And then I sell speed or whatever he is. I don't know what the point of him is. What is his existence?
Well,
who is this guy? He's just loud.
I took a picture of I Show Speed and said it was nice meeting KSI. In true fashion.
Like the whole Logan, the Logan verse is deep. I can't wait till we end up on his YouTube side, and because Manny's already drinking Prime.
Thing is though, you're more likely to appear on WWE TV with Logan as his new back friend that gets beaten up.
Well, together, Manny, we could, because isn't KSI English?
KSI is English, but
so black, it's kind of us.
No, if I need to remind you, KSI got jumped on the table by Seth Rollins. He also got RKO'd by Randy Orton.
Yes.
Randy Orton also Sparta kicked I Show Speed.
Yes. A WrestleMania moment. That kick is amazing.
Whilst he barked at him, I was like, he deserved the Sparta kick.
Yeah. But Logan's crew is just a group of heels, and you know what? I just don't feel Patrick Mahomes fits in there. That's my main gripe with all of this.
Bronson Reed takes on Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. This ends up in a DQ as Chad Gable decides to German suplex just Sami Zayn and then puts Sami in the ankle lock. Bronson Reed takes out Gable and stands above them with the IC title. And then in the back, Gable runs down Maxine's efforts last week. I got 2 eliminations. Did you win? No.
Where's your title, Maxine? Where's your title? Where's your title? You didn't win shit.
And he was almost like Tozawa, so help me God if you dance in that tag match.
Yeah. You remember the episode of Simpsons where Mr. Burns is I forget who the player is, but he's threatened by Cyberds. I just feel like that's how Tozawa should get threatened. Like, God damn it, Tozawa. Cut those Cyberds. I don't have Cyberds.
And then he tells Otis to get his shit together. And then we go to Drew McIntyre, who is furious that CM Punk got drafted before him.
Yes. And he's telling us to Booker T, who got 2 interviews tonight, which I read for what? None of his interviews contribute at all. At all. But he got 2.
Call CM Punk a corporate ass kisser, says Punk fractured his elbow at WrestleMania, but unlike him, he came to work. CM Punk's music plays, he's in a box, and says he isn't sitting at home. He's right here, you little bitch. Drew goes looking for CM Punk. He finds the box with a signed 8x10, and CM Punk is making his way to the ring. Punk says it's good he hurt his elbow because he prayed he would get injured. And so I did that to you. He thought he got hurt tweeting because that's all he's good for, and that's why he got drafted before him. Drew gave him purpose. He's the best at everything. Losers hope things will happen. Winners make things happen. And when he gets cleared, he's going to make his life a living hell.
CM Punk looked good. He looked good this week. He's in great shape. He was tanned. I don't remember the last time I saw that man tanned, but he was in great shape. The arms look jacked, and he seems like he's on his road to recovery and probably be ready by, I'm going to say, Clash. In his home,
I hope Clash, but I would rather Drew win the title at Clash and these two fight for the title.
Again, yeah, it can still happen. Priest, I know, is not long for this world as champion.
Long for this world? You sound like he's about to die.
I meant to say his title run is not long for this world, not him. But
because I don't think the way it's going, I don't see Gunther being able to challenge for that world heavyweight title.
I'm a little disappointed that Dwayne decided to post that Drew McIntyre has resigned. I mean, I'm happy Drew resigned or whatnot, but I hate that we know that he resigned. I like to think that he was always floating as a free agent. It made things just more interesting. And I thought,
Marcus, when I re-signed with the sharpshooters, I hope I receive some type of weapon when I'm at meal. Having a meal.
Yes, a new sword. No, Manny, if you resign with the sharpshooters, we'll make sure we give you, yes, a new slice of pizza with gravy all over it.
It's back. Yes,
it's back. The gravy pizza is back. As I suggested with the AEW dude, mimic CM Punk and MJF in their contract side, the WWE had a chance to actually do the same thing with Drew winning, having the chance to become world champion and trying to leave as world champion. And after Clash of the Castle in Scotland, his hometown, it would have made sense to feud with CM Punk for the title with that. We can still do it. But now that you know that Drew resigned, it doesn't have the fear of like, he may leave with the title and be CM Punk's fault.
I see what you mean. Candice LeRae takes on Maxine Dupree. Fisherman suplex and a kip up, Marcus.
I think the kid got the goods, Manny. This was more than 2 eliminations. Maxine is on the rise.
Improvements are happening. People may have shamed her, but she has shown that she has improved since then.
Is Maxine Dupree the new Miz? In which that she was kicked out the locker room. She wasn't
kicked out the locker room.
I know. But I'm just saying, everybody, it's not the Miz. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a wrestler who was so bad that everybody was like, oh, you know what?
It's Liv Morgan. It's Liv Morgan.
No, I'm tired of giving Liv her. I'm not giving Liv her due.
Everyone wrote her off. She's actually good at her job.
Not giving her.
I believe in you, Liv.
Manny, now that I have a strike. No, forget that. I have a strike for Like a Liv. Now you have a strike for Like a Liv as well. 2 strikes for Liv.
I've always liked Liv.
I don't care. And Jamal, you get a strike too, just because you with her.
No, I like Liv. I like Liv the moment she joined the Bullet Club.
Did Michi get drafted?
Yeah, I think they were all drafted in the supplemental draft. I think.
Oh, okay.
They're staying on SmackDown.
So where are we at? Liv and Nia Jax?
So Rey Mysterio says that they have some unfinished business with Carlito. He runs into Dom and the Mustache and reminds him the Judgment Day still run Monday Night Raw.
Agree with Jimmy, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with me, but agree with Jimmy. Yeah. Ray and Dominic going to continue this feud to the end of time, but Dom's injured, so I think Dom being injured and having the mustache and sleeping around with Liv Morgan is great fuel for storyline for when Rhea comes back and everything else.
Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. Nia is dominating Liv Morgan, but Liv managed the win as Nia gets distracted by Tiffany Stratton and Naomi fighting at ringside.
You know, they're not even the quote Bianca. Y'all don't even go here. Why y'all distracted people?
Yeah, and Naomi was in full gear.
Yeah. Well, Stratton was wearing, I guess, gear. I don't know what she was wearing, but it wasn't much.
That was a booty call outfit, and you know it.
Yeah. Come right in, baby. I have candlelight.
Becky gives Liv a title shot, but then is approached by Damage Control. Kyrie touches her title. It's like, what? Don't touch my title.
I thought Liv and Nia Jax had a really good match, and I don't think in the world. You asked me this 2 years ago, and I say that'd be impossible. Impossible.
Well, 2 years ago, we'd be saying Nia Jax injured like Liv Morgan. Here we go again.
Yeah,
but I think
it may have been Liv's fault. I would have been arguing it's Liv's fault.
It's like day 300 and whatever of without Nia Jax incident.
Yeah, we're still going. It's still a good streak. And again, Nia has put in the work. I want this Nia to be champion.
She deserves
like her and Ivar drank from the fountain of like, oh yeah, we're gonna carry the meat division.
But you know what? It's because Nia is more wrestling like a big wrestler this time. Yeah. And there's like thinking towards it. I think Vince didn't book her very well. She's like, just go out there, be big and dominant. Like, Triple H is giving her more purpose of being big and dominant.
Yeah. And then I think she has more motivation. I think Triple H is a better coach than Vince has ever been.
Well,
I think he goes out there and he knows how to inspire you to do good. He's like, I'm going to use you in the way you should be used.
That's the quote from Gunther. That was he wasn't happy with the establishment before Triple H. That's the reason why he wouldn't move over to America. But then the moment Triple H started to take the reins, it's like, okay, we'll come up.
I feel like he came in the heart of Vince though.
Well, he came in during the Vince thing, but I think Triple H had more control at that point.
Okay. That's why he was losing the weight.
Yeah.
Yeet.
The Awesome Truth take on Alpha Academy. The Awesome Truth win. Why did this even happen?
Yeah, it was just time filler. I don't know. I don't have that. I'm going to do the time constraints. We're going to just move on.
I like to question WWE medical, Marcus, because JD McDonough was clearly concussed.
No, what the hell? Should be a full scandal on this. The man is having a hard time at light. His eyes were completely bruised up and beaten. He should not have been out there.
And then essentially cost them the match as he shoves Jey off the rope as Priest was going for the South of Heaven, allowing Jey to pick up the win for the team.
So are you gonna blame that due to concussion?
Yes.
Yeah,
Priest won't see any of it. Priest hates the man, but he was clearly concussed and should not have been out there. This isn't the 80s, Marcus, or the 90s. Ken Shamrock, We're looking at you.
For some reason, I appreciate this match, and I appreciate that little miscommunication. It just seemed like they were just all out of sorts, and Balor getting punched for no reason, but also making that tag. It's just all lead to this Judgment Day breakup, which I think is well overdue, and I'm assuming it's got to be Priest and Balor after this, and just give Balor the belt.
I would like another Balor, actual Balor reign, because he never had it.
Yeah, and I think it's be perfect against Priest. I think him beating Priest at whatever the next pay-per-view is.
No, we need Gunther. Unless this ends with me getting the match I never got in NXT UK before the stupid pandemic of Finn Balor versus Walter back then.
Yeah.
I will not be happy.
Yeah. So much has changed since then. Walter has lost 1,000 pounds. Changed his name.
Finn
has joined a gang.
Finn became a gang member.
Yeah.
And Jamiroquai at one point.
Yes. So they both men have evolved to their final form, I guess.
I still need it. I still need it.
The worst tease of the pandemic ever.
I still have that picture on my phone. So Raw, do you know what? SmackDown, the way they presented the draft on SmackDown, it wasn't good.
No, it was whack. SmackDown was boring.
It was okay. I think they changed it up a tiny bit on Raw.
Yeah.
But like the show made sense more on Raw.
Of all your guest draft pickers, who was your favorite of the lot?
Marcus, I need to make a point. I think when you get past a certain age, it may happen to you as you approach your 40s.
It's a penis joke?
No, it's not. Eric, Eric mispronounces names all the time.
Yes.
It just so happens all the black legends that were making draft announcements all fucked up the announcements they were making by mispronouncing everything.
Right.
I think it's starting to happen where old black men can't read cards.
Yeah. My favorite thing, I can't believe they did Taylor so dirty and have to say Ilya Dragunov. He know damn well that man don't know how to say no Ilya Dragunov. They made him read that and they didn't prepare him at all.
Ilya Dragunov. One of them said Dominique Mysterio.
Yes.
They fucked up Legado del Fantasma at some point.
Yeah, I believe both of those were Teddy Long that said Dominique Mysterio.
Farouk did one incorrect. And then who was the other? Teddy Long. There was Devon. Teddy Long and Devon fucked up somewhere. It's happening, Marcus. It may happen to you. It may happen to you.
No, please. Let me be able to enunciate, please. Don't take my enunciation. It's the only thing I have left. That's the way Banks and I slow. They just go, how does he know announce? Say Ilya Dragunov. Oh, no. Ilya Wagawa.
It was like Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was bad, man.
Yeah. But, it was basically Legends Night this weekend for wrestling when they brought all the legends out. And do you make... I know this is
and Alundra Blaze stole Shinsuke Nakamura's outfit.
Dude. Did she announce Shinsuke? Wasn't she the one that announced Shinsuke to SmackDown? She may have been.
She might have.
I don't know. I can't remember. But what was I going to say?
No, she announced Naomi and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Oh, okay. Damn, what was I going to say? God damn it. Oh, okay. So there's a floating around news story that SmackDown ratings have declined since the tribal chief has stepped away and Cody has finished the story. Do you think this is a story or not a story? This is a quick answer.
It is and it isn't, because obviously it's that WrestleMania drop off as well, isn't it? It's like we've done the biggest of things now. Now we're in a bit of a lull till we get to SummerSlam. So they're in that they're in that phase. Like it happens in AEW after a big pay-per-view as a blow-off. It happens in WWE, not so often, but after WrestleMania, it is a tiny bit of a blow-off when they start going on European tours and stuff like that. So I think it's to be expected. It's nothing to be concerned about. WWE ratings are never that high anymore anyway, to be honest.
Yeah. Like, because Roman was doing up to like 3 million and then they do like the 2.5 or whatever.
That was also because The Rock was there.
Yeah, I'm like, The Rock was also a contributing factor. And it's not saying that Cody's not a draw. It's just, there is no story right now to sink your teeth in. The bloodline is rebuilding. They're in rebuilding stage.
Yeah.
So if you were thinking of franchises, they are currently the Jets, who are in constant rebuild every single year.
No, but that was unnecessary.
It was. I couldn't think of a team. I literally freaked out. I was going to say the Giants, but I was like, they never won. Going to say the Cowboys.
I was going to say the Falcons. I was going to say the Falcons because they drafted a quarterback in round 1 when they just got Kirk Cousins.
Man, we all know Kirk Cousins is not there to last.
But Marcus, they gave him 100 million guaranteed.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. Kurt ain't getting no guaranteed money from me. Kurt is the best substitute teacher in the history of football. That's all I want. You're there just to hold the space. I just need a guy. You're not the guy, but I need a guy to hold this spot. And I feel like that's where the currently SmackDown and WWE is right now. Everything's going to decline. Class numbers, I expect, they're not selling out. The sellouts are going to go away. They're not going to stay hot. Roman's gone for now. The Rock is gone for now. We finished the story. It was the most epic thing here. It's kind of like Marvel. Like, we finished Endgame. There's nothing after. There's nothing after.
That's the thing. That's the thing, though. Like, when you finish, for instance, the babyface finishing the story as such, what's left for them to do? Because that's the reason people are on board. They're on board for the journey to get there. Then every time, I've never seen it booked well where the babyface does well afterwards. After finally reaching their dream, it never goes well. If Cody turns heel during this run, that would be incredible.
It's a dog chasing cars, like the Joker would say. As soon as they catch the car, they don't know what to do with it. It's like, okay. In Cody's situation, I think logistically he needs to go into a personal blood feud, and the only person he can feud with, who I think can make it things personal again, is Randall Keith Orton, who's too busy playing babyface with RKO show or whatever's going on with that. He needs to go finish that legacy story and put Cody down. Put King Cody in the face.
Marcus, you can't finish that legacy story without Ted.
You can't.
No, you can't.
If you're gonna add Ted, fuck it, we're gonna have to bring Manu back too. Okay?
No, Manu was gone. Manu was taken out. Randy saw to that.
I heard the Don took care of Manu, but that's just rumors. But yeah, it should be a low. And I can see SmackDown building back up once Cody loses the title and the re-emergence of a bloodline feud.
Yeah, it's just that you don't know when Roman's coming back because they've said indefinitely. But I think the man deserves a break. I mean, and don't pester him when he's out with his family people.
Or if you look at Swan filming movies. The image of whatever that movie's gonna be, which has an amazing cast, where you just go and Roman Reigns or what, I forget what it's about or what it's called, but I was like, oh, I want to see this. Yeah. And I'm curious what Roman's role is as whatever he was wearing in the people in that room.
Yeah, so I mean, you expect a drop off after WrestleMania anyway.
Yeah,
because you lose all the casual fans.
Yeah, everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. No Cena, no Rock, no Bloodline. Everybody goes. It's what it is, and I think we're just waiting for the next heel champion, which I think, if I'm correct, is either going to be a heel Randy Orton or better Logan Paul as champion, which would be to me. I 100% support.
We're getting a heel Cody.
Ooh.
We're getting a heel Cody. I don't know when, but it's going to happen.
I don't know. I think he's gone too far in the crying and stuff. I don't know if we can ever get heel Cody again.
We're gonna get heel Cody, Marcus. You know why? Because The Rock wants to be cheered. There's none of that. How about that? Look at you now. None of that again. He wants to be cheered, and he knows he does. He doesn't want to come back being booed. He wants to be cheered.
He's gonna get cheered either way. The man can't be booed. Everybody loves heel Rock. I don't care what bell bottoms and vest he had on. Him with the bell bottoms and vest holding the belt, hearing the Undertaker's theme song, just waiting, was the most coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
That's not cool.
It was cool. It was so evil. That was next level evil. That was like he was at Satan level of evil. And
I was like an Elvis implanter about to meet his fate.
You did it right.
The record company's going, you asked money. Stop singing his songs.
It was someone that just went too far. I don't know if you remember. This is me referencing Batman Forever, but whatever. Do you remember the end of Batman Forever when Jim Carrey has sucked the minds out of everybody and he was just sitting on this throne? Nothing was cool about that. I'm just saying that was the energy The Rock had with that outfit. But I was like, oh, this is some bad shit you're doing right now. Well, this man's on cocaine or all types of drugs.
But in The Rock's absence, Blair Davenport can keep the legacy of bell bottoms on SmackDown.
By the way, I'm going to give WWE another strike. I'm sorry, they get 3 strikes. Probably they're out. I don't know how this was working anyway, but whatever. I enjoyed the draft presentation for the NXT people. However, I do hate it when people break kayfabe. Tony Khan wore that neck brace so kayfabe can survive. Yes, he may have been D'Lo Brown the entire time you saw him with it and saying stupid shit about Harvey Weinstein and stuff. But he kept kayfabe alive. When I'm watching the NXT draft, I do not want to see Trick Williams clapping for Carmelo Hayes or people happy for other people who I know damn well they would not be happy for. JCJ clapping for Blair or Sol Roca clapping for Blair. Fuck all that. She took your knee out. She took your career. I don't want to see it. I
didn't think you were going to go that way, but I was going to go, what would you make of Lexis King jumping on a chair?
I didn't want to see him happy for people. This is bad, Lexi King. This week.
Drafted, he jumped on a chair, and then the new flippy guy was also jumping all over the place.
Yeah, and you know what? He started the Lyra Valkyria woo chant with the group. Fuck him. Fuck him. That's bad Lexi King this week. Bad Lexi King. And I know Eric is
give him a pass. Eric trying to give him
Eric's not gonna watch it. Eric's not gonna even notice that Lexi King was just a full-on good babyface person. Bad Lexi King.
Well, that was today's show. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. The channel is slowly dying once again.
The boom period is on. Rhea can't save us anymore. We gotta wait till she comes back. I can't wait for the Betty Short. Mommy returns.
Hey, my video of me and the VIP experience has done 11K views. I'm happy with that. A solo video has done 11K videos.
Can't help it. You're a draw. The VIP is a draw. And you have Cody Rhodes in your thumbnail. With you. It's not fair.
Well, if I put the boat, Marcus, I was expecting 30,000 views.
What am I supposed to do to compete with that? Give my TNA experience? Here's Marcus with Top Dollar. It was cool.
I tell you what, if you found Falcon's guy with a towel, you would have millions of views.
He doesn't exist anymore. He's not real anymore. He's not real anymore. He's not there anymore.
He out there. He may have killed himself because of Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons and then immediately dropping it.
For the record, I don't even believe that man's a Falcons fan, Manny. I think he was a Mike Vick fan. He was a Mike Vick fan.
Everyone was a Mike Vick fan.
Yeah. until they weren't.
No, I stopped being a Mike Vick fan.
Don't do it, Manny. Don't get yourself canceled. Don't get yourself canceled and say you support Mike Vick for the
Jets. I was like, no.
No. But no, don't you. I believe the current state is you're supposed to hate Mike Vick forever, even though for his crimes against dog humanity or whatever it is. But no, that's just the way people were raised in the hood.
Second chances.
Yeah, that was just the way people were raised in the hood. We were savages. I remember seeing dog fights. I'm terrified of dogs, but I knew that that's what happened in my community.
Well, Pokemon makes you think it's okay.
Yeah. Pokemon makes you think a lot of things go okay. Like, oh yeah, you doing dog fights.
Animals, making them fight.
Put them in itty bitty spaces, training them to fight. You know there's some hood Pokemon battles going on and it's horrible. A dirty ass Pikachu battle or something. Haven't eaten it forever. He's just angry. I fucking kill your meow. I'll fucking kill your meow. That's all that Pikachu said.
Yeah, so that is the show.
Pokemon in the back.
Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been the Pikachu hunter.
I am a hood Pokemon trainer, which you know what? It's not good. It is not good. It's bad gambling on it. People getting shot over their Pokemon. Give me your balls. Give me your balls.
But I'm rich, bitch. We out. Peace.
God, that sounds horrible. Pokemon in the hood.